everybody, it's Gwen. Welcome back to my channel. Hey guys, look, we got some wall decor, and I can only see a little bit of it, but it's there. Last week I was talking about how, you know, very bare walls. I still want to put some more stuff up, but I got my knocked loose flag up with some little lights you can kind of see. Still playing around with ways and places to film in here, so bear with me. But today, as you guys can tell from the title, I'm here to do a video that I've been doing for the past few years now, which is to tell you all the artists that I am seeing at this year's Riot Fest. This year, Riot Fest 2022, we got a lot of great artists as usual. We got one big one that I'm sure you know of, but everybody else is also great, and I'm very excited to share the list of artists that I hope to see at Riot Fest next week with you guys. So here we go. So the first artist is obviously one of the main reasons that we are all gonna be there, and that is My Chemical Romance. It doesn't even feel real. Like, honestly, I was listening to them the other day and I was like, oh my god, I'm seeing them next week. Like, I don't believe it. I feel like my body will not really believe it until I'm actually there, until they actually come out on that stage, or until I see like the banner or something. I got into MCR like a month or two after they broke up, which is really depressing. Back in 2013, I was 13. And it was really sad. I like fell in love with this band and then quickly found out, oh my god, wait, they're not together anymore. What? I can't see them live ever. And man, almost 10 years later, I'm able to see them. If only I had been able to go back and tell my 13-year-old self, girlie, just you wait. You wait 9 long years and your dreams will come true. So I am so excited to see them this year. They are Friday's headliner and it's gonna be insane. They're playing for like either an hour and a half or like 2 hours, like a crazy long set with obviously like some of their new songs, but like mainly all the oldies and classics that we all love. And I just can't wait to be so emo. Like, Friday is gonna be so emo, I might cry. Like, it doesn't feel real, honestly. I mean, wait until the vlog comes out and you guys can obviously see my reactions, but like, it still doesn't really feel like it's happening, but I'm very excited for it. The next artist I wanted to see is Bleachers, although they're actually the artist that's playing like right before MCR. They're playing like 7:30 to 8:30, and I think MCR starts at 8:30, so I don't know if I'm gonna be able to see them because like I kind of want to go to the MCR stage and like, you know, I'm not trying to get the best spot. I honestly really don't care like if I'm not close. I'm not at all expecting to be close. I'm not wasting half my day standing in front of a stage. Like I don't care. I really don't. I want to be in the pit, or I want to be in A pit. I want to be jumping around. I think it's gonna be a party no matter where you are. I want it to be a giant sea of people. As long as I'm with my friends and we all get to experience it together, like I'm happy. I don't know. I don't really care about being super close. But I feel like if I wait till literally the last minute, then like it's gonna be bad. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to see Bleachers, but I want you guys to know that they are on my list as an interest. I really fell in love with the song Wild Heart a few years ago by them because it was in that movie Love, Simon, if you guys remember. And it's a bop. It like gives me such happy, hopeful, like even a little bit of summer vibes. I would say a lot of their songs give me like road trip summer vibes. They're very fun. I'm just annoyed at the time slot, so I don't know if I'm actually gonna be able to see them, but I'd like to try. Next band I'd like to see is the Wonder Years. I saw them for the first time this year, back in March actually, and I like got into them. They were playing 2 of their albums all the way through, which was super fun, 2 of their old ones. And so, I mean, I'd love to see what they're like in a festival setting. I imagine them coming out, you know, starting with Came Out Swinging, and like people are going nuts and they are swinging. So I'm excited. I think they should be a lot of fun to see at a festival, and I would just love to see them again. Next band is Hot Mulligan. My Hot Molly boys. I mean, I remember seeing them at Riot Fest back in 2019, and they played on the Baby stage. I don't know what stage they're playing on this year. I feel like it's at least Rise or Radical. Like it's something a little bit bigger than the one out in the Little Woods area, which is I think the Rebel stage. But either way, it was so much fun to see them at Riot Fest. I wish the crowd had been bigger when I saw them last time, so I feel like the crowd will definitely be bigger this year because like they're a bigger band now, and they're just like Midwest boys. Like I love them. I think this is gonna be like my 7th or 8th time seeing them at this point, so like that's just gonna be great. Next band is Boston Manor. Oh my gosh, yes. I've never seen them at Riot Fest, so that's exciting. And I don't even know if I've ever seen them at a festival, and I come to think of it. Because even when I saw them at Warped Tour back in like 2017, like we were just like sitting on the side listening. Bomb and I weren't really fans. So I don't know, have I seen them at a festival? I don't really remember. But I've seen them like headline, I've seen them like semi-recently, but I would love to see them at Riot Fest. I'm actually really proud. I mean, obviously they're from England and stuff, and like they're pretty big you know, but I'm just excited and happy that they were invited to Riot Fest and they get to like fly here for this. And I'm really excited to see them on a big stage and have that festival experience. Once again, I think it's gonna be like my 6th time seeing them, so I'm excited. After that, I'm excited to see Sincere Engineer. They have an earlier time slot, I believe, and I think they're a Chicago band. I saw them, I think, open up for Knuckle Puck back in March, and I've been like listening to them then and since then, and I really like them. They almost give me like you mix like Hot Mulligan and like the Front Bottoms vibe. It's like kind of what I'm getting. I don't know, I really like them. They have like a very cool emo sound. I know some of the people that like do bookings and stuff for them. You know, they're kind of like hometown people and stuff. So, you know, like we have almost like mutual friends, or, you know. So I would like to go and support them is my point. Since they're playing, I think, one of their earlier time slots, they only get like 20 or so minutes. But if I get there early, I'd really like to go and support Sincere Engineer, since like they're a little baby hometown band, and like that's really exciting for them that they get to play Riot Fest. Next band I'd like to see is Pale Waves. I mean, they've been around for quite a while, I would say. Like, I've known of them for a while. I saw they were on the lineup. It kind of surprised me. I feel like they're in the same category as like Bleachers are, just because they're kind of more pop, and like, I don't know if it's really their crowd. It's just interesting to me. They have all these kind of like subsections of who comes to Riot Fest, right? And I think they're in a different section than I would normally listen to. But I figured, hey, let me listen to them, like, you know, before the festival, see if I can get into them. And they're very fun and poppy and just kind of like happy vibes. So I would definitely like to go and check out their set if possible, because I probably would never go to like their own show, but if I have the chance to see them at Riot Fest, like, might as well walk over and check them out. And they're pretty big, obviously, so I think it'd be cool to see them for the first time. After that, we have Yellowcard. I don't know if I've ever seen them at other Riot Fest. I don't think that I have, but like obviously like a staple in the pop punk scene, kind of like a little bit legendary, been around for a while. I don't know if I'm gonna end up seeing them because I think that they play pretty late, either Saturday or Sunday, so it's gonna depend how late I want to stay. But I mean, like, you know the big songs like Ocean Avenue, and like, you know, that was kind of my take when I saw Taking Back Sunday last year, was like, okay, I don't know a ton of stuff, but the big songs that they have are like emo anthems, and like, I'm here, might as well hear them. And I did, and it was really fun and kind of iconic. So maybe I'll do that with Yellowcard and want to hear Ocean Avenue and like the big hits. So we'll see if we end up staying late. Band after that I want to see is The Story So Far. Like, literally such a great festival band. I mean, a great band in general, but such a great festival band. I saw them at Riot Fest in 2019, and they were on like one of the big stages, and it was one of the best sets of that Riot Fest. It was so much fun. I ended up somehow being like sort of close up in the crowd, which was cool. I don't know how it happened, because I remember running from turnover to go and see them, so I don't know how it happened. But it was like, they played at like sunset, or not really sunset, but like almost sunset, like it was like later in the day, like 5 p.m, like evening, and it was just such a good vibe. And they're just great, like they're fantastic. At that point they were still playing a lot from Proper Dose, and like, I mean, nothing's come out since, so maybe they will still be playing a lot from Proper Dose. But I just love them. I saw them back in April at their own headlining show, but they just give such great festival vibes, and I'm just gonna go off. And like, I keep forgetting that they are on Riot Fest. I keep listening to my setlist playlist, and then the song by them will come up, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm forgetting I'm singing The Story So Far. Like, I just love seeing them at festivals. It's so much fun, so I can't wait. Like, pop punk staple. The next band I'm excited to see is the Front Bottoms, who I don't think I've ever seen. Okay, so I tried to see them like years ago, like at home when I still lived in New York, like 2017 or something, and then I didn't end up going. And I'm trying to remember if I've ever had the chance to see them since. I don't think I have. But like, I would love to hear Twin Size Mattress and like Peace Sign, Ocean, like some of my favorite songs by them, some of the bigger ones. I'm not like a huge fan. I really don't know a ton of their discography, but I've been listening to it in preparation. And like, kind of like Yellowcard and stuff and Taking Back Sunday, like they just have these iconic emo songs that like I need to see live. I don't remember what time they play. I think it works. I really lucked out this year with like a lot of my bands not really overlapping, which is nice. You know, I'll talk more about that during the actual Riot Fest vlog. But I really hope I can see them, or at least like catch like their big songs, because they've been around for so long. They're so emo, and it would just be a lot of fun to see them. The next band I'd like to see is the Menzingers, who I actually saw for the first time earlier this year in the spring, and it was amazing, and I'm so excited to see them at Riot Fest. I think they're playing one of their older albums in full, actually, and I don't think I've been listening to it. I know more of their newer stuff. I know like their last 2 albums, but they were so much fun to see when I saw them back in March, I think, and it was just a blast. Like, they're like a little bit older, but they just put on such a great show, such good vibes in their music, almost like end of summer happy vibes, and I feel like it will be perfect for a Riot Fest scenario, for a festival scenario. All of my friends love them, and we just have so much fun like dancing around to their music. It's just such good energy, I feel like, and I think they're gonna rock Riot Fest, so I cannot wait to see them. Another band I can't wait to see is Movements. I mean, literally like one of my top 5 favorite bands ever. Y'all know I love Movements, and I saw them for the first time in I think 4 years. Back in April, I want to say. They opened up for Knocked Loose, and it was super fun, and they only played like 7 songs or something, but I literally cried. I was like so happy to see them again. I like crowd surfed, Pat and I sang to each other. Like, it was an iconic experience, and I hadn't seen them in 4 years. It was insane, and I am so happy that they're playing at Riot Fest because they're getting, I think, like a 45-minute set, maybe a little bit less. I feel like they should have gotten an hour set, I ain't gonna lie. Like, they're giving Real Friends an hour set, but not Movements. I don't know, I'm a little annoyed about that, but I am still so excited. I hope they play like at least, I don't know, 7 or 8 songs maybe. I hope the crowd is like there and here for it. When they used to play Warped Tour, those crowds were amazing. And so that's kind of the vibe that I've missed from them, and I'm hoping to get at Riot Fest. I mean, I haven't seen them at a festival since I think the 2018 Warped Tour. So I am pining for some Movements festival vibes at this year's Riot Fest. I cannot wait. I mean, I literally like know their entire discography. Their new song that just came out is really good. And I just like miss seeing them. Like, I just can't even explain how happy I was when I saw them back in the spring, and I cannot wait to see them again. The next band I'm interested in seeing is Madball, which are actually a hardcore band, and I've heard a little bit about them, I think from like other YouTubers actually, and like other people in my real life, and like recommendations and things, and I've been listening to them a little bit in preparation for the festival, and I think they're really good, and I would love to like see some hardcore at Riot Fest, because I feel like I don't really see hardcore at Riot Fest. I mean, last year I went and saw part of the Ghost Inside play, but that was just because like some friends that I was with, they wanted to go, and it was cool. I don't really see like metal or hardcore, like really like stereotypical hardcore bands at Riot, at least not that often. So I think that this will be really cool. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure they're like one of the bands that completely overlaps with somebody else. I could be wrong. I might be able to catch a few songs. I'm gonna try, because like I've never seen them, and a lot of these bands I have seen before, and I've never seen Madball, and I'd love to expose myself to some new hardcore, especially because I really like what I'm hearing. So hopefully I'm able to check them out. Next band I'd like to see, who I try and see every year and it never works out, is Skating Polly. Every year they're on my list. Every year I say I'm gonna see them, and every year I don't, and I feel really bad, but they always get like a 12 p.m. time slot, or like a super early time slot. And I mean, I'm fine with getting to the festival early, but for some reason it just never works out to see them. I don't know what it is. It's more like me making excuses than like them or like the festival's fault, you know? But they had this one song at Journeys years ago that I learned, Queen for a Day, which is a bop. I don't even know if they're gonna play it. That's the only song I know by them. I've been listening to some other stuff by them. I like what I hear, but I'm really going to try and hear Queen for a Day and like to see these queens sing that song. And we'll see if it happens. I don't know. I mean, part of me is like, they're there every year, so if I miss them, I'll check them out next year. But like, I don't want to get in the habit of doing that, especially if it's a band that like I've never seen before. Like, I'm trying to expose myself to new artists, you know, new experiences. So I don't know, you guys might have to hold me to it. We'll see if I end up seeing them. I'd like to try. The next band I'd like to see is Jimmy Eat World. Once again, I kind of threw them on here, kind of like Yellowcard, as in like, ooh, they have big songs like The Middle and like songs everybody knows. Maybe I'll check them out. I don't remember at all like when they're playing. I think like one of the evening times or something. I don't know. This will be like, if I have the energy, I'll go and check them out kind of thing, and like try and see one of the big songs. I don't think I've ever seen them before, but like, you know, they're legendary and it would be cool to check them out. Next band is the Maine, who I've never seen, and obviously like, you know, there's some super fans out there for the Maine, and I get it. I haven't like completely gotten into them in terms of like learning a ton of songs, but everything I've heard I've really loved. We had a few songs songs by them on at Journeys a few years ago that I remember listening to. I think one was Numb Without You, if that's the name of it. But yeah, they're supposed to be amazing guys, and their songs are really like cool. I really like the instrumentation of all their tracks and stuff, and I think they'd be a really good festival band. Like, I feel like I'd rather try and see them for the first time at a festival than like buy their own ticket. And like, they were here I think in April, and like I didn't go, but I feel like since I already like paid for my Riot Fest ticket and they're gonna be there, I would really like to check out at least like half of their set, if not the whole thing, because I've never seen them, and I know a lot of people that are going to Riot Fest that are super excited and really big fans, and I want to see what all the hype is about. I want to check them out. Next band I want to see is Paris. I don't think I've seen them since Riot Fest 2019, which was a lot of fun. I remember running from the Story So Far to go and see them, and I actually ended up getting a Paris pick at the end of their set, which was super fun. And I'm not really up to date on the new Paris music. I know a lot of their older stuff, and I'm hoping that they play some of the older stuff. I mean, they definitely did like 3 years ago. Now I'm not really sure, but I just haven't seen them in like 3 years. They're sort of, I don't know if I'd say classics, but like, you know, people know of them. I mean, they've been around for quite a while. People that are my age, I feel like, know them. And I'm a fan. I've seen them a few times, and I really enjoyed seeing them at the festival last time, so hopefully I can see them again. Next band is Mom Jeans, who I've never seen, I don't think. I think I get them confused with some other bands, to be honest. I think they opened up for the Story So Far back in April, but like, by the time I got into the venue, because the line was so long, like I missed them, I'm pretty sure. So I don't think I've ever seen them. They give me Hot Mulligan mixed with Fredo Disco vibes, and like I'm not hating it. So I think if I have some time to kill, like go and check them out for a little bit, support them. Next band I'm really excited to see is Real Friends. They're gonna be playing for an hour. I can't believe they got an hour-long time slot. I'm kind of surprised, but I mean, I guess they're big enough, right? But yeah, I've been a big fan of Real Friends for like, you know, since the Warped Tour days, so very excited to see them at a festival. Once again, I don't think I've seen them at a festival since the Warped Tour days, so it's kind of like Movements in the sense that like I miss seeing them at festivals. Obviously, you know, it's a different lineup now and Dan's not there, but I've seen them plenty of times at their own shows since that lineup change, and I really enjoy their new music. I saw them, I think I did see them this year at House of Blues. I forget what show that was, but that was a lot of fun. I think that was this year. I think they opened up for Mayday Parade, and I saw them twice back in March, open for Mayday Parade, I think, and that was pretty fun. But I've missed seeing them at festivals. I'm really curious to see what songs they're gonna play too. Like, I want the emo classics, you know, but I also would love to hear some of their new songs, like Storyteller and like all of those. So yeah, I think it's gonna be fun. I'm surprised they get an hour. I get it, like they're hometown boys, maybe that helps. And I feel like the crowd's gonna be good because it'll be a hometown crowd. But yeah, I just miss seeing Real Friends at festivals, and I'm super excited to see them. And the last band I'm looking forward to seeing is Save Face. I actually saw them, I think for, not the first time, maybe it was the first time, I don't remember, but like I saw them open up for Knuckle Puck, I think, back in March, and it was very memorable. Like, I really got into their music before that show, and like they came out in like these jumpsuits. They gave me a lot of My Chemical Romance vibes, which is how I really got into them. And they put on a really good performance, so I'm really curious to see what it's gonna be like at a festival. I think I was supposed to see them at Warped on the Beach in 2019. Like, I'm pretty sure they were there, but they had like a super early time slot, and I didn't really know a lot about them, so I don't think that I went and saw them. So I'm curious to see what they're like at festivals. I think they have like a 1 or 2 p.m. time slot, so I'd like to go over there and check them out. But there you guys go. Those are all of the artists that I hope to see at Riot Fest in 2022, which is in 1 week as I'm filming this, which is crazy and so exciting. I cannot wait. Let me know if any of you guys are going to Riot Fest this year and who you guys are excited to see by commenting down below. I'd love to see some of you guys there. I'd love to like hear what artists you guys want to see, and obviously like what artists you've never seen before, who you've seen many times, you're excited to see again. Like, are you excited to see MCR? Because I am. And like I said, if you guys are there, hit me up on Twitter, and I'd love to meet some of you guys there. I ran into some subscribers last year, which was super fun, so it's not out of the ordinary. So I would love to see some of you guys there, and if you go and I don't see you, I hope you have a great time. Let me know who you're looking forward to seeing. And other than that, if you liked this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!